We are back to the Entrepreneur's Edge. I am your host, Janice McLean Deloach, and here with me I have Jacinta Pinnell, who is with PNC Bank. So I'd like to say hello to Jacinta and thank you for coming.
No problem.
I had the pleasure of meeting Jacinta at the Small Business Awards breakfast, and she recently received an award for Minority
Business Champion.
Minority Business Champions. I'd like to say yay and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk a little bit about your title and what you do for PNC Bank.
I'm a community development business banker. My office is located in Wilmington, Delaware. I do the whole entire state of Wilmington and parts of Maryland.
Okay, and what do you exactly do in your position?
We lend monies to small business, startup companies, and larger companies.
Okay, as a small business starting out, what would be your recommendation of financial tools needed for them to be successful?
I think it's imperative for a small business to have a business plan, to be able to map out how the business is going to grow. I think it's very important to include in that business plan forecast and cash flow analysis to determine if it's going to be affordable for the startup company. I think it's imperative for them to have also a business account to house those funds that they make.
Okay, well that's where you guys come in,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, okay, right.
And I think doing the research to make sure that they are successful, I would say, would be my three choices.
Now, often businesses do go through the whole process of doing the business plans and the cash flows and the financials, and often they still fail. So what advice would you recommend on maybe ways they could avoid that, if you have any?
I think probably what I talk to startup companies and companies that are in their development phase about is seeking out the small business development centers that are in their town. I think these are great organizations that help small business. I think that they utilize a lot of expertise in these organizations that can help you, and it's free.
Okay.
So very good.
If a bank were trying to develop a relationship with, say, PNC Bank, let's just use them for an example. How would they develop a business relationship or a banking relationship with your bank?
Well, it's important at the time that they decide that they're going to start this business that they investigate what type of financial institution that they want to be a part of. Developing relationships come by making an appointment with a business banker or a business banking lender if they're in need of a loan, to ask the necessary questions so that in the beginning they know what the expectations are, and making sure that the bank that they're with, use PNC as an example, is the bank that they want to be with, and that the products are suitable to their needs.
What makes PNC stand out when it comes to small business companies?
One thing that I can say about PNC that's really an awesome situation for a bank is that we have products and services for the micro business, which is a very small business that maybe makes only $20,000 a year, to the multi-million-dollar business.
That's very important because you don't hear a lot about that. Generally, I think, and not to interrupt you.
No problem.
Most companies starting up are usually afraid to go to a bank when you don't have lots of money because they don't really promote that like that. You really always hear about, well, I got $5 million or 500,000, and I think to some extent businesses feel threatened that they don't have those kind of dollars. It's almost embarrassing to them in a sense to go in there. So,
well, we love all business clients. We have products and services that really are geared to the micro business, which would be the $20,000 a year, and also the multi-million-dollar business. And we have business bankers that are trained in all skill set to be able to help from the very, very small to the very, very large.
I have to be careful how I say this one, but how does PNC give back to the community?
Wonderful question. We do a lot of different things that a lot of people really don't know about PNC. We do a lot of community development.
Okay, what type of things do you do?
For our consumer clients, we actually teach financial literacy classes on budgeting, how to establish an account, how to maintain a good account with the bank. On our business side, we actually teach cash flow analysis and budgeting. So we actually teach these classes out to the community for free. We don't ask anything in return. We don't, we do mention our products and services because ultimately we want to relationship with the people that we're teaching, but we don't charge them anything and we don't make them have to open an account with us, So it's a great tool and we utilize it a lot.
Where are PNC banks located?
We are located on the East Coast. We're an East Coast bank, but we have our headquarters is located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have branches all over, in Maryland, D.C., New Jersey, Delaware. But I can give you a number of our corporate office if you'd like to,
Right.
if anyone is interested in calling.
And I was thinking that too. If people would like to contact and find out more information about PNC
Sure.
or your products and services, where would they call?
They would call 1-888-PNC Bank.
1-888 PNC Bank.
Or they can call me, actually.
All right. And do you have a number, or would they
Yes.
call that same number and just ask for you?
I can actually give my number as well.
Okay.
My direct dial number is area code 302-479-4547.
302-479-4547.
Yes.
4547. Okay. Is there a website that people could go to
We
look
do.
at as well? Okay. what's your-
www.pnc.com.
Congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much.
Which, and your award is based on what? Let's talk a little bit about that, so because people
Sure.
should know what her award was about.
The Champion Award was for someone who donates their time. It's not necessarily geared toward what I've done for the bank per se in my job role, but basically what I do outside of PNC. It was geared toward the advocacy that I do with different organizations. We worked a lot last year and the year before with working with women businesses because there's a lot of uprising women coming out with small business.
I tell you, women, we are doing it. Not to exclude the men, because without them, some of us would not be successful as well. So we
Definitely.
want to say thank you to the men as well.
Definitely,
Yeah.
but I volunteered my time to coach, to train them, to teach them about cash flow analysis, and this wasn't something that I was paid to do. It was something that I really wanted to do to make sure that those businesses are successful.
And it came through. It definitely came through. When I saw you that night, it was very evident that this was something you were doing from your heart.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you so much, Janice.
Okay. Stay tuned to the Entrepreneur's Edge. We'll be right back with our final guest, who is Chef Marcus Miles, and that is going to be lots of fun.